Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Prop Hitters MLB Props and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelmann at TE Picks, and of course, expert handicapper at Picks and Parlays, here to break down three games here on the Friday MLB slate. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what players you like on today's slate. If you have any questions about any of the games, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible throughout the day. But the games I want to break down today, the San Diego Padres and the Cleveland Guardians, the Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. But before we get into today's slate, we'll, of course, take a look back at what happened yesterday. If you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. The great special on the site, summer special, buy 3 days, get 3 days free. So 6 days for just $69 over on the site, which includes 5% best bets. I have a 5% best player prop here on the slate today. It checked all my boxes, had to be a 5% play, so I'll put it up here for later tonight. So make sure to go and get that at picksandparlays.net. Get the summer special. It's the best deal. 6 days for just $69 over on the site. Taking a look back here at the last show, Jackson Merrill over 1.5 hit run RBIs minus 105. Nice winner here. Now it took to extra innings. It was a little bit of a sweat, but a winner's a winner. They can't always be in the first inning. But Jackson Merrill came through for us there later on in, I think it was the 11th or 12th inning. He came through for us. And then Jared Young over 1.5 hit run RBIs plus 136, unfortunately lost. So 1-1 on the Thursday show, on the Wednesday show, sorry. Young did get a single, tried to stretch it out to a two-base hit, but unfortunately got caught stealing and never got anything else. So 1-1 day on the show. And the last one, we'll look to go 2-0 on today's show. 2 plays here to give out on today's show. Starting with the first game, which is the San Diego Padres and the Cleveland Guardians. The Padres plus 119 road dogs. The Guardians minus 128 home favorites. And a total of 7.5 here. In this one, why is it a total of a 7.5? Well, we've got two good pitchers on the mound. So Michael King, 7-8 with a 3.37 ERA for the San Diego Padres. 2-1 with a 2.93 ERA in his last 7 starts. And then Gavin Williams, 11-6 with a 3.55 ERA on the season, 2-2 with a 2.93 ERA in his last 7 starts. Gavin Williams, absolutely red-hot start to the season. Then a little bit of a struggle there throughout the middle. 1-1 with a 6.04 ERA in the month of June. June was pretty rough. The first few starts of July was rough as well, but has gotten it going here, especially with strikeouts. Double-digit strikeouts in 6 of his last 7 games. So Gavin Williams really able to strike batters out as of late, but still giving up a couple home runs, still giving up some runs and hits during that stretch. And for me here in this one, going back to a familiar face, give me Jackson Merrill over 1.5 hit run RBIs plus 107 here in this game. Jackson Merrill, multiple HRRs now in 7 games in a row, and 3 or more HRRs, hit run RBIs, in 9 of his last 12 games. So the guy is just really consistent, not just hitting 2. A lot of nights he's hitting 3 as well. And 1 for 2 against Gavin Williams in the past. That hit was a double. So obviously a very small sample size. They haven't faced each other a lot, but Jackson Merrill did hit a double off him previously. With how red hot Merrill is right now, plus 107 for his HRR prop, I think there's a lot of value. So we're going to take him. 2% play here on Jackson Merrill over 1.5 hit run RBIs plus 107 here in the first game. Game number 2 I wanted to talk about is the Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Orioles plus 150 road dogs. The Rays minus 161 home favorites. Total of 8 here in this game. Now, with this game, there's a little bit of question marks about who's going to pitch here in this game. So for Baltimore, I'm seeing a couple different pitchers listed. For Tampa Bay, it looks like it's going to be Steven Matz, but he only might pitch 1 or 2 innings. Steven Matz has actually had success recently in the bullpen compared to when he was a starter. So got to keep an eye on the who's pitching exactly here in this one. But there's a couple really hot batters here on both sides. For the Baltimore Orioles, Pete Alonso, over 1.5 hit run RBIs. He has multiple HRs in 4 games in a row, minus 107. 3 of those games, he had 10, 6, and 3 HRRs. So absolutely consistent. He also has multiple bases in 4 of his last 5 games. 4 for 10 against Steven Matz with the home run. But as I said, probably not going to face Matz a whole lot throughout the game. Most likely just at the beginning. And then Yandy Diaz for the Tampa Bay Rays. Multiple bases in 4 games in a row. 4 or more bases in 3 of those 4 games. Absolutely red hot. His total bases prop is plus 110. And against Kyle Bradish, who may or may not be starting here, he's 10 for 25 against him with 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So Yandy Diaz, if he faces Kyle Bradish, he loves to face Bradish, and he's absolutely red hot right now. So definitely keep an eye here in this one on Yandy Diaz. And then the third game I wanted to break down here is the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. The Nationals plus 105 road dogs. The Mets minus 113 home favorites, and a total of 8.5 here. This one on the mound for the Washington Nationals is Andrew Alvarez, 2-3 with a 3.76 ERA in 17 games played, 1-2 with a 4.13 ERA in his last 7 games played for the Nationals. And then for the Mets, Robert Stock, 0-2 with a 10.13 ERA. Now, he's only pitched in 2 games this season. The first one against the Miami Marlins, 5 innings, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. It was a home run, but 1 run in that start, so pretty decent one there. Then against Pittsburgh in his last game, 3 innings, gave up 9 hits and 8 earned runs, as well as 5 walks and 1 hit batter. Really, really rough start for Robert Stock in his last game. And now he has this Washington Nationals team coming in. And the one really thing I've noticed about this Nationals team this year, the story of the Nationals season has been their offense has been much better than expected this season. And the pitching still needs work. So this Nationals team had some really good pitching. They would be extremely scary in Major League Baseball. But for me here in this game, going with the young guy, a rookie here for the Nationals, Abimelec Ortiz, over 1.5 hit run RBIs, plus 102. Here in this one, another 2% play. Ortiz, 3 or more HRRs in hit run RBIs in 4 of his last 5 games. Absolutely red hot. So not just hitting 2, he's hitting 3. And why is he hitting 3 HRs? Because he's hitting home runs. The young rookie here is showing his power. He's hit a home run in 3 of his last 4 games for the Nationals. Now facing Robert Stock, who, as I said, really, really struggled in his last start. You've got this hot young rookie coming in to face him, and his HR prop is plus money. There's just a ton of value here with Abimelec Ortiz over 1.5 hit run RBIs, plus 102 here in this one. And that is it. That is today's show. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. As I said, I have a 5% player prop up on the site today. I don't release many 5% plays. Very, very selective with my 5% plays. But when something checks all the boxes, then it's got to be a 5% play. And that's the case for tonight. So head over to picksandparlays.net for that play. To recap, Jackson Merrill, over 1.5 hit run RBIs, plus 107. And Abimelec Ortiz, over 1.5 hit run RBIs, plus 102 here on the Friday slate. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on whatever channel you're watching the show on, obviously Picks and Parlays or WagerTalk. And tune into tomorrow's show sometime in the morning, early afternoon, here on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. Best of luck, and we'll see you guys on the next one.